Welcome to Have a Happy Arty Time. My name's Janette and I'm back with video number 2 in our Pastel series, showing you some other techniques with pastels and the Gelli Plate. So let's begin. I have my image here and I have outlined it in the black pastel already. I've got it on my baking paper, and you know that I use baking paper quite a lot. And I'm going to now put on my little mask around my Gelli Plate, so I get that nice little border. And I'm going to be using the pastel pencils to start with. I have a few here, so I think I'll go for a blue vase. So I'm just going to colour that in. A bit of purple. I find if I turn my pastel pencils on the side, it's nice and soft for what I'm trying to do here. Bit of shadow there. Now inside of these flowers I'm going to use this little bit of orange. Go back in with my pencil. Just put a little bit of the lighter green in here. So I'm going to now look at this and just wipe a little bit of that off here. Okay, so we're ready to put that on as soon as I add the green into those leaves here. Pick up our drawing, place him on. And we'll see what we get. Okay, very good. Now we're thinking of a background for this one, and I might actually put some white paint down for this one. Place that down. So I'm wanting to get an old-fashioned type look here. So we may get it, we may not, and I probably should have left this on longer under a heavy book. Let's see. And I'm just loving this. Very old-fashioned looking, just beautiful. So if you'd like to do one like this, a very, very, very light white at the end, take off as much paint as you can and you'll get that very distressed look here. And I just love it. And I really don't want to do anything else to it at this moment. I have a project in mind for it, but I'm really loving the fact that it is just simply distressed like this. So I'm going to do another one the same as this, and then I'm going to bring it up with some more colour. So I'll take that one off, put this over here. So happy with that one. And I'm going to get this here again, and I'm going to place the colour in just like I did with the pastel pencils. So adding a lot more colour this time. And we will get our black again. Okay, a little bit of orange in this down here, a little bit of blue. I'm not worried about touching anywhere here because it's just going to add to the background. Again, clean off the jelly plate, little tiny bit of baby oil. A little bit of water on that just to try and wipe that baby oil off. A fair bit went on there. Place our mask back on top. Get our pastel drawing. And give a good rub all over this. So I'm just going to put some white on this for a background again. Okay, take this off, put on our piece of paper. And I'm also going to leave this dry under my trusty heavy book for a few minutes. So we'll just make sure that this is adhered nicely. There we go. And I'll be back. So that's been about 5 minutes. Just going to move the book and pull this print. Okay, so I'm loving this. It's just beautiful. So we can add more to this if we'd like. And remember, our pastel is now set within that paint, so it's not going to come off. And I just truly love it. I've got to think about what I'd like to add to it. I think I'd actually like to add a little bit of coloured pencil maybe. Yeah, why not? Just some brighter coloured pencil, so I'll get those now. So I've got some Prismacolor pencil here. I'd like to bring it up in some areas. Give a little bit more hint of orange there. So I might grab a light bright green and just see if we strengthen that just a little bit. And then a darker green. Thinking I might just get my black Prismacolor pencil and just enhance that line. So pastel and Prismacolor and acrylic, this one. All the beautiful things that you can use to bring up your artwork. Just a little bit of red now. I am just loving this effect. So I'm going to do another one of these, do it exactly the same as I've just done this one. Then I'm going to add a little bit of my black calligraphy pen just to bring that up a little bit, and we'll see what that looks like as well. Okay, we're going to get our drawing for the 3rd time. We're going to place him in here. And we'll see if we're leaving it behind. Yes, we are. And I'm going to be leaving this under my trusty heavy book, this time for about 20 minutes. There we go. I might even pop 2 on. So it's been 20 minutes and I'm just going to pull this print. So I'm just going to work on top of this one now and bring it up. I'm going to be using some watercolors and just going around and making each area just that little bit more vivid. Just using my graphite pencil to reinstate my lines. Then adding a little bit of watercolor now. And using my black marker to darken some of my lines and re-adding some of my wet pastel outlines. Back in with some white acrylic just to highlight some areas. And I might just add a little bit of black wet pastel pencil to this one before I sign off. Okay, so I'm loving that one too. Just beautiful. So I hope you've enjoyed this. And remember, we can pick any subject to do in pastel on the Gelli Plate and then bring it up a little bit with acrylic paints, watercolor paints, wet pastel pencils and some Prismacolor pencils. So enjoy. And I look forward to seeing you in our next video, which is our third video in our Pastel series, where I'm going to be using pastels straight on the Gelli Plate. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you a very happy arty time. Stay safe. Bye for now.